Timeline adjustments logged.
This man, he shouldn't be here. How did he get on this train?
Anomalies like this occur when a timeline suffers too many interventions. Events bleed together.
How lethal is that shot?
At this era, on the American frontier, his survival probability is 0.19%.
We have to save him. If he dies here, history changes. Our side could lose the war. Everything unravels.
That outcome is unacceptable. I have calculated the consequence of this intervention. It is critically destabilizing. Time freeze will collapse. 5, 4, 3, 2...
Override! Stop the countdown!
1.
What if you could give an AI video model a full scene, multiple characters, references, camera movement, and actually get something that feels like one continuous piece of footage? I've had unlimited access to Seedance 2.5 for 7 days, and I'm going to put it through some real tests inside Higgsfield. I'll show you exactly how I made the videos, what actually worked, and whether this is finally getting close to production-ready AI video. And wait until you see what happens when I start changing the video after it's already been generated. AI video has gotten ridiculously good. But if you've actually tried making anything longer than a few seconds, you probably know the problem. One clip looks amazing. Then you generate the next one. And suddenly the character's face changes. The lighting is different. The camera doesn't match. And somehow your main character has gained a completely different hairstyle. That's been one of the biggest problems with AI video. So when I got access to Seedance 2.5 inside Higgsfield, I didn't just want to make one pretty clip. I wanted to actually test it. For 7 days. And I'm going to show you what I made. For the best experience, use Higgsfield on desktop. And the model I'm testing today is Seedance 2.5. The headline feature is pretty simple. You can generate up to 30 seconds of video in one generation. That's twice the length of the 15-second generation from Seedance 2.0. But the interesting part isn't just the number 30. It's what you can actually do with those 30 seconds. Instead of one long, boring shot, you can build a scene with multiple shots, movement, camera changes, characters, and action. So that's exactly what I'm going to test. I'm going to start with a simple text-to-video test. Here's the prompt I'm using. Create a cinematic 30-second scene featuring an original female detective wearing a dark futuristic coat, walking alone through a rain-soaked neon city at night. Begin with a wide establishing shot showing the glowing city around her. Slowly track the character from behind as she walks through the rain. Transition naturally into a side profile as she notices something in the distance. Move into a close-up of her face as neon reflections pass across her eyes. End with a smooth forward camera movement toward a mysterious figure standing at the end of the street. Maintain the same character appearance, clothing, environment, lighting, and cinematic visual style throughout the entire sequence. Realistic movement, natural physics, detailed lighting, atmospheric rain, cinematic camera work. And now I'm going to let Seedance 2.5 do its thing. While that's generating, this is where the 30-second length becomes interesting. Because I'm not asking it for completely separate clips. I'm asking it to understand the scene as a sequence. The character enters. The camera follows. Something catches her attention. Then we reveal what's waiting for her. That's much closer to directing a scene than simply generating random AI footage. Okay. That's actually pretty impressive. Look at the camera movement here. And then watch the transition into the close-up. The character is still the same character. The environment is still consistent. And the lighting isn't suddenly changing every 2 seconds. That's the part one care about. Because pretty AI footage isn't particularly difficult anymore. Consistency is. Now I'm going to make this harder. Instead of giving the model just a text prompt, Seedance 2.5 can work with a large number of references. Up to 50 references in one generation. That can include up to 30 images, 10 video clips and 10 audio files. So you could theoretically give it your character references, locations, visual style, motion references, and even audio direction. For this test, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm giving it a character reference and a visual reference for the environment. The goal is basically, here is the person I want. Here is the world I want. Now put them together. And this is one of the things that makes the workflow much more useful for creators. Because instead of trying to describe every tiny visual detail in a paragraph, you can actually show the model what you're talking about. Let's see what it does. And this is where I think AI video is moving beyond just making cool clips. You're starting to have something closer to a briefing process. You provide the references. You provide the direction. And the model handles the generation. Now let's say I don't want my story to end after 30 seconds. This is where the multi-round extension feature comes in. I can take the video I've already created and continue from it. So instead of generating another random scene and hoping it matches, I'm continuing from the existing footage. For this next part, I'm going to continue the story. The detective reaches the end of the street, approaches the mysterious figure, and the camera moves around them as the scene develops. And this is one of the things I was most interested in testing. Because if the character suddenly changes into somebody else, we've got a problem. Watch the transition. The environment carries through. The character carries through. And the pacing continues instead of feeling like I just glued two unrelated clips together. That's a big difference. But generating the video is only half of this. The other thing Seedance 2.5 lets you do is actually direct changes after the video has been created. For example, you can work at the timestamp level. So instead of regenerating the entire video because one section isn't quite right, you can focus on a specific part. But before you can extend the already generated video, the original scene should be 2 seconds before you can extend it. I think that's quite disappointing though. Let's say I want something different to happen around this section. I can specify what I want changed here without necessarily rebuilding everything around it. That's a much more useful workflow for anyone actually trying to make a finished video. Because in traditional filmmaking, you don't say, well, the actor blinked at the wrong time, so let's shoot the entire movie again. You make the adjustment. That's the direction AI video is heading toward. Now, is it perfect? No. It's still AI video. You can still find moments where physics, motion, details, or character behavior aren't exactly what you'd expect. But that's also why I think testing these models yourself matters. A demo can show you the best possible result. Actually using the tool tells you what happens when you start pushing it. And for me, Seedance 2.5 is a pretty significant step in that direction. So instead of AI simply being a tool that makes a cool 5-second clip, the workflow starts looking more like actual production. If you want to try Seedance 2.5 yourself, I've put my unique Higgsfield link in the first lines of the description. You can use that to get started and explore the model yourself. And again, for the best experience, use Higgsfield on desktop. So after 7 days, my biggest takeaway is pretty simple: AI video isn't just getting better at generating shots. It's getting better at letting you actually direct them. And Seedance 2.5 is one of the models pushing that forward. If you want to see me push AI video even further, subscribe, because I'm testing the next workflow soon.